So a little impromptu video here. I'm going to show you guys at a job that I've been doing for a long time. They want 2 huge window stickers removed. I'll show you here one of them. So what do I do when I remove stickers like this? First, I get a brand new razor. Very important. I would almost not want to have the razor that I have for this, but it is what it is. Also going to use not my regular mop, but a mop that is old, because I know that the chips of everything is going to get in it. Sometimes these things come off in one piece, usually they don't. So yeah, kind of sucks. I thought it was just gonna be like 2 tiny stickers that would take about 30 seconds, and this is gonna take a while. Usually for charging for something like this, I would suggest do like anywhere from like $85 to $100 an hour. I would never set a price and tell them, hey, it's gonna be this price. I would always just say, hey, it's gonna be this amount of money per an hour to get this done. The window is kind of high, so I'm gonna use a step ladder. I wouldn't suggest using the pole with the scraper on it. It's just better to get up close to it, just dig right in. We had a job one time where we removed a bunch of stuff like this and totally underbid it. So it's just better to never bid it at a set price. So I'm gonna get a different bucket, different water, because that water is gonna get messed up. And I'll just show you guys how I remove it, more of a time lapse and good stuff like that, but it may take a while. These have been on there, I would say, for 5 years, so they're baked on. And always explain to the customer there's a possibility of scratching, even though I'm going to use a fresh razor. These are old windows, so they'll probably scratch a little bit no matter what, but there's other ways to do this, but this is the way I do it. So this is how to remove huge freaking stickers from windows. My way. I also take a big, huge towel to put underneath the window to catch all the stickers so I don't make a mess. So that actually went way better than I thought it was going to. I would say it took about 15 minutes for each window. So altogether 30 minutes. I'll probably charge them somewhere in the realm of like $50. That's pretty simple. I mean, like I was saying earlier, we had the one job a while ago that just like a couple summers ago that just sucked, but it was different stuff. I found that thin stuff that has like the holes kind of comes off a little bit easier, but it always just determines. Somebody on their phone, not watching, crossing the street, as always. But yeah, it was relatively quick. I think it's important to use a new razor whenever you do stuff like that. It's just going to make it a lot easier. I know some people use like floor scrapers when they remove stuff like that. I don't. I think that could be just more trouble than you really need to deal with. But not saying that you can't at the same time. And then having something on the floor to catch everything makes it very nice as far as cleanup is super quick. And I always clean up after that kind of stuff. I think that's common sense as far as like you don't want to leave that stuff everywhere for them to clean up. Just charge them as part of your time being there. It's just the best way to do it. Well, I don't know if I'm in Denver. Sometimes I get very confused in Denver because it's very, very different. But yeah, it's as simple as that. That went just way easier than I thought it was. I thought that would be a way better video, but that's how you remove big stickers from Windows. I get questions. I get questions a lot about it, like how do I remove it? And I always just say, hey, use a razor. Like if it's tempered glass, tell them, hey, if you want this removed, it's a possibility it can scratch. If you really, really don't want to remove it and you want to contact somebody to remove it, contact a company that puts up like vinyl signs and like the big vinyl signs you'll see on windows at restaurants. Sometimes they're put on by professionals. Like I know a company in Boulder where they came to one of our jobs. We didn't hire them. The job hired them, and it was smart because they actually took a blowtorch, and it was like, I would say it was probably like in the 60s or 70s that day, and they took a blowtorch and actually used that to remove it. And I asked them, I said, can you always do that? And they said, you can't do it. You can't do it in the winter. If you do it in the winter, it'll shatter the window because of the heat. So don't do that. But they said, it's definitely doable. But yeah, I personally, I'm never going to use a blowtorch to remove stickers or adhesive from windows.
Onto North Spear Boulevard.
Okay, I know where I'm going now. But yeah, I would just say explain to the customer always that there's a possibility of scratching. If you want and you don't know them very well, I would maybe get a scratch waiver so they don't come back in the end and say, oh, well, you did this, you did that. There's like scratch waivers on Window Cleaning Resource if you guys need some that you can download. But yeah, overall, that's pretty simple. Make sure that you're always wetting the window. It's bad to do strokes where you're going, like you're just moving the razor up and down the glass like that. It's good to lift off after one stroke. Sometimes though, I'll tell you, I sometimes get going and forget about that, but I've really never had issues with it. That kind of glass is super old glass. It like really doesn't scratch that bad, or if there is scratches, you can hardly tell. Tempered glass on like newer storefronts is the worst. I one time removed a huge sticker from a sports clips and I scratched the whole entire window. It looked horrible after I was done. Horrible. But if you have any questions about removing adhesive or anything like that, comment below. If you're removing adhesive off of like tint, good luck. You usually have to like remove it with your fingers and be really, really careful not to damage the tint, and then Goo Gone to remove the adhesive left. I would kind of tell you just to stay away from it, or if a customer really wants it, you gotta tell them, hey, like there's a large possibility here that something may be damaged. I don't know. Someone's gonna comment on this video and say, oh, I remove it with this, and you don't have the damage tank because, well, I know everything. And understand, guys, this is just me showing you the way that I did this particular job. So don't hold me accountable for everything. So anyways, that was me removing a big old sticker from a big old window, and that's how I do it. So we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.